First of all, guys, amazing job on this film. It is phenomenal. But the first question I have for you guys is, what attracted you both to the themes and concepts that we find in Oxygen?
I would say that I'm always look for, a reason to fall in love with the script. And when I read Oxygen, I was finishing editing a crawl, and I didn't know anything about the story. I just went inside and I woke up in that box. I was wondering who I was. And with the character, I went from all that kind of exploration of that mental maze until like the big revelation that we cannot spoil too much. But it was just like one of those stories that I felt was, like a very smart situation thriller, very interesting survival story. But then, the pandemic came and everything took another light. Like the movie became like a way more deep and intense introspection into exploring that existential, quest of who we are and either a way out of the situation we are in today.
Absolutely. Now, Melanie, this I love sci-fi movies like this because you peel the layers back and everything starts getting revealed little by little, and there's such a great payoff in this film. But for the majority of the film, it's really you in close quarters, and it got me claustrophobic at times. But can you talk to me about some of the challenges you face while shooting in such close quarters?
Well, there is many. So first one on the list was the lines. A lot of lines, a lot of scientific lines, a lot of numbers. Processeur 354. I think I'm traumatized about that one. And then also Alex asked me to know the script by heart before shooting because he wanted to have the possibility of shooting right away, like 30 pages in a row, which was amazing to do because obviously you shoot like 25 minutes of the movie in one day. Right. And then you go for it and then you just like dive into it. And then at the end of the day, you're like, oh, dude, we just did like 35 pages today. It's insane. And it's, like it's not usual. But also like lines, like that vocabulary was like very, very hard for me. And then second was, c'est quoi le deuxième sur ma liste? The second.
The rage.
The rage. Yeah, there is one emotion that I'm not close to is rage and anger. And, there is three big scenes and three big moments where he asked me, and he was very specific. He was like, I want you to be like an animal in a cage who knows he's gonna die. And I want you to see like all that rage coming out to you. And I was like, okay, stop, because rage, I don't know how to do that. So I don't know if I can deliver that. And he trusted me, like, like the fact like you receiving a beautiful script with like an amazing part like this is really a gift. But when you also have like an amazing director who's going to take care about everything, it's so it's challenging, of course, but it's easy. It's just like you follow your director and you're not afraid and you trust. And I think it was a trusting collaboration.
Yeah. Like I will have never be able to do anything without you, like doing all those things. And I think that you're pretty harsh on yourself. I think you play the animal in the cage very well.
Now I know how to do that.
Now, one thing I do have to ask, because look, Melanie, your performance is brilliant in this, and you say that you don't know rage, but I was so worried for you in that beginning of the film, seeing you scream in that close quarters. It got me. But Alex, what did Melanie bring to the role that may have surprised you that wasn't necessarily on the page?
It's the emotion. It's like we knew, because I was on the script, that it was a roller coaster of different feeling, and sometime in the same scene, in the same page, on the same line, she goes from one to the other. But I couldn't imagine how strong it will feel when it becomes real. And I was on set and I was moved to tears, like when she actually, decide to give up. And I was also like really excited when I saw her, like going back to that, human instinct of surviving no matter what. and all those elements back to back were just a beautiful journey, as a filmmaker, but also I think as a viewer, because like Melanie managed with this very strong emotion to take you into that journey, and she managed to also give the character such a human kind of depth. So that was really like I think that's what surprised me the most in the best way possible.
Now, the last question I have for you guys is sci-fi at its best can be used as a cautionary tale. And with the way things are kind of going, it's not so far-fetched to believe that something like this could happen. But what are you hoping audiences take away from Oxygen? Because I don't want to spoil any major things, because there's some cool stuff that happens that I want audiences to be surprised by. But what do you think audiences will take away from Oxygen?
I mean, the cautionary tale is definitely one of the mission of sci-fi and genre in general, to think about who we are and what our relationship are to nature. And I think this is what I would love people to take from the movie, is that maybe, like, yes, we have to be ready for, like some kind of apocalypse, but maybe there is some other option, that we can maybe, try to make happen before it's too late.